Okay, good day everyone. So, we are now in the Module 6, Lesson 3. I am Hakim Elsia Claret, and together with my partner, Genevieve Entera. So, our topic for today is promoting collaborative and transformative learning in cyberspace. So, incorporating teamwork in online teaching and learning. So, a technology-mediated classroom does not limit learning engagement in a wall or off-wired hardware paraphernalia, software, and other learning courseware. It is fun as the conventional face-to-face interaction where the both teachers and students can maximize teaching learning in experiences. So, ang online class is mura lang gyapon siya face-to-face learning. And then, where ang students and the teacher communicates and have a collaborative learning, no, and maximize the teaching learning of the students. So, it offers rich learning environment. So, mas abunda siya in learning environment ang online teaching or online learning. So, that the students can explore and acquire knowledge, makuha sila knowledge, enhance communication skills, ma-improve ang ilang communication skills nila, and how they will interact with others, engage in practical and problem-solving activities, develop critical thinking, improve socialization skills, and be a self-reliant learner. So Clifford introduce or represent the 20 collaborative learning tips and strategies in teaching. So first is the establish group goals. So effective learning involves the establishment of the group goals as well as individual accountability. So before beginning an assignment, it is best to define the goals and the objective to save time. So before mag-start ang pagbuhat silang activity sa matag grupo, no, mas importante na atong ipasabot or atong pakita or atong kung unsa ang ilahang angay buhaton, kung unsa ilang dapat nga mahuman na pagkahuman aning trabahon, dapat ilang ma-achieve ng mga inana aron mas makasave sila time, no, kabalo sila o silang buhaton. So next is keep the group mid-size. In creating a group, teachers must keep the group mid-size. So mga ideal members sa grupo is 4 to 5, no. So dili gamay, dili pinagdaghan, because kung gamay ang membro sa grupo, so lack siya of knowledge, so maglisod og generate og mga ideas ang grupo, kay gamay ra ilang data nga makuha, kay gamay ra pud sila. So kung daghan ra sa kayo na uban mga estudyante, no, sa kagrupo membro nga dili na pud mag-participate, magsalig na sila kay daghan na sila. So so next is establish flexible group norms. So research suggests that collaborative learning is influenced by the quality of the interactions. Interactivity and negotiation are important in group learning. So four, build trust and promote open communication. So building trust is essential. So kani pagbuo kaning trust sa may mong matag ka grupo is importante, no, where imo siyang maistoryahan kung sa imong mga strength, mga weaknesses. So dapat open ka sa ka grupo, no. So dealing with emotional issues that arises immediately and any interpersonal problems before moving on. So ipang story na to atong mga ipang pangdaanan, no, mga feeling na to, no, kung sa atong mga nanakit hata mag proceed sa atong mga activities. Aton may bala na to atong mga grupo, no. So assignments should encourage the members to explain the concept truly to each other. Next is For larger tasks, create a group roles. So decomposing a difficult task into parts saves time. So importante nga in creating a group dapat para mas madali no atong assign ang atong matag bro tayo si leader ito yung dili ang teacher maingon siya nga tayo ikaw claret ang leader, and then si ang uban sila ay mag sila ay na-assign sa pag-video kung na sila ay mga video presentation, sila ay mag cut magbuhat sa script no, so inanang apamagi mas padali and effective na as well as na collaboration sa matag usa. The next is create a pre-test and post-test. A good way to ensure the group learns together would be to engage a pre-test and post-test. No, so atong ma-ensure, so mas atong masigurado kung kani siya nga grupo is effective, so ato siyang yagian og pre-test o post-test. Kung gamay ang nakuha sa member sa grupo no, so meaning dili effective no, kulang, and then kung dako ilang score nakuha, so meaning effective ang imong mga strategies na imong pangbuhat sa matag grupo na naadjud sila yung mga ma-learn. So 7 is consider assessment. So many studies such as those by Robert Slavin and Johns Hopkins consider how cooperative learning helps children develop social and interpersonal skills. Experts have argued that social and psychological efforts on self-esteem and personal development are just important as the learning itself. So 8 is consider using different strategies like the jigsaw technique. So ato po i-consider ang mga lahi nga technique sa pag in collaborative learning sa mga bata. So naay mga lahi nga technique, isa na diri ang ganing jigsaw technique no. So next is allow the group to reduce anxiety. So tabangan nato tong estudyante nga relieve ato ilang mga stress nila no, ilang mga anxiety. So pwede nato siya ipamagi sa kaning padulag games gani aron mas malingaw sila, ma-relax lang una and then mag-proceed sila silang mga buhatonod. So next is establish group interaction. Instructor should provide a model of how a successful group functions. So students should work together on the task and maintain the function of the group. So next is use real-world problems. Real-world problems can be used to facilitate project-based learning and often have the right scope for collaborative learning. Next is help students use inquiry. So design assignments that allow room for varied interpretations. Different types of problem might focus on categorizing, planning, taking multiple perspective, or forming solutions. So next is keep mind the diversity of groups. No? Consider the diversity sa kalaylayan nga mga abilidad sa imong mga estudyante at siyang ipang consider or mga disabilities. Next is gender matters. Balanced gender groups were found to be most effective. So ang balance nga grupo nga gender nga nay babae nga lalaki is mas effective siya nga pagbahin sa grupo. So next is use scaffolding. Allow groups to grow in responsibility as time goes on. Serve as a facilitator, such as by engaging group interaction or at first providing a list of questions to consider. So bali no, for example ang bata hawd na siya sa addition. So next nga level niya, so ato siya murag i-upgrade niya ilang learning about sa math. For example, so, kung hawd na siya sa addition, so next niya dapat tun-an is the subtraction na pod. Then kung hawd na pod ang estudyante so mag-proceed ta sa multiplication and then sa divide. So wala siya ang scaffolding. So next is the include different types of learning scenarios. Studies suggest that collaborative learning that focuses on rich context and challenging questions produce higher order reasoning. Assignments can include laboratory work, study teams, debates, writing projects, problem solving, and collaborative learning. 17. Technology makes collaborative learning easier. No. No, by the use of kaning technology, mas mapadali or mas effective ang collaborative learning sa mga bata. No, for example, ang kaning itong ginagamit karon no, ang messenger. No, in that way, mas effective ang pag-collaborative, ang pag-interaction sa mga bata. No. So next is keep in mind the critics. So while collaborative learning is a great tool, it is important to consider the balanced approach. 19. Avoid bad group works. As with any learning strategy, it is important to have a balanced approach. You may allow some individual time to write notes before the group begin. This may be a great way to assess an individual grade. 20. Value intellectual divergence. Create a classroom environment that encourages independent thinking. Teach students to value the value of multiplicity in thought. You may want to give a historical or social examples where people working together were able to reach complex solutions. So, mao na siya ang 20 collaborative learning tips and strategies for teachers. So, next, collaborative activities starts with design and planning. So, magbuhat ang collaborative activities, so dapat na-jud tayo design and then atong planuhan kung saan dapat natong buhaton na activities. So students as collaborators, no, so need to understand the work plan, create as to what the deliverables are. So dapat ang estudyante may balaan or ilang masabtan, no, kung sa ang mga plano, no, kung sa how work, no, kung how the work plan, no, clearly to easy to access, no, ilang masabtan and then mas madali ila babuhat nilang activities. So the target date to accomplish the means of the assessment. To make the collaboration learning works, the teacher and learners have to draw their respective roles and accountability. Educos suggested model accountability by making the rules of collaborators, teachers and student clear and a checkpoint to visit when a problem on performance arises. So dapat ang estudyante pag ang teacher nasa rito nila nga rules nga ilang dapat buhaton, so instructor commits to create a model, a climate of trust and belonging, create a observe group rules for online interactions, review work in progress and provide detailed feedback. So assist and request a on-learn process. So student collaboration commits to, so estudyante, determine and observe fair distribution of work and protocols, missions or charter, to report accurately on team process and progress, address conflicts and problems, request help if not successful. So mao na siya, no. So that's the end of my discussion. So I will give the floor to Miss Queen Intera.